Most of you guys have probably heard of Qveen Herby. She's a well-known rapper that was a part of the very popular pop duo named Karmin with her now husband Nick Noonan. The duo spawned multiple hits such as Broken Hearted and Acapella. In 2017, her and her team decided to rebrand as Qveen Herby, with her husband taking the behind-the-scenes work and producing all of her music, which has garnered her a loyal following online, constantly dropping EP after EP, and setting goals to artistically progress with every EP, which has fared well. This interview was so exciting, she's so gracious, and to actually get the information directly from the source, from someone who's actually had experience in the industry, was such a cool experience. In this interview, we talked about her viral success on YouTube, her transition from YouTube cover artist to pop star, her relationship, musical influences, and her rebrand as a rapper. Without further ado, here's the uber talented Qveen Herby.
So I, like Lizzo, decided to take a DNA test, and it turns out I am also 100% that bitch with an intense case of BDE. For real though, I'm a white girl from Nebraska. At a very young age was R&B music. I heard SWV performing on the Ricky Lake show, and I was like, who are these sexy girls in these leopard print outfits singing this addictive music? Like, how can I get more? Artists like Brandy, Whitney Houston, Missy Elliott, Lauryn Hill, just couldn't get enough of it. R&B music without the parental advisory sticker. Very Christian household. Grateful for the morals, the values that I got from it, but it was really hard to listen to Dr. Dre Chronic 2001, which was another album that changed my life. Pop music didn't happen for me until later. I felt like all my friends were into the boy bands at the time. I love a good pop formula. I love songs that have form and organization and hooks. Nick and I never had any relationship issues, which is shocking, and I don't like to talk about it a lot because it was stressful as fuck. We were on the road for goddamn 5 years without a break, and I never once doubted that we would make it. Going viral is a blessing and a curse. It's amazing if you have built up your brand prior. And I can't stress this enough for artists that are watching this. You might be thinking every day when you wake up, why the fuck haven't I popped off? Every day that you're not popped off yet is a blessing that you should take advantage of. One big factor after we went viral was that there were 37 other videos and songs for people to watch and download and support. If that wasn't the case, I don't know if we would have gotten as far as we did. Extremely stressful time, unforgettable, magical. It was a whirlwind. It was hard drawing a line in the sand and saying, okay, we're no longer Karmin, like now it's about Qveen. It was terrifying because everyone on my team was like, what? Had spent enough time not being 100% authentic to myself and to my vision. It took me a long time to rid myself of the disease to please. So it was really long overdue for me to call myself Qveen and to step into this role as a true artist, in my opinion, somebody who has control of every facet of their mission. Who is this bitch that is living inside of me that wants to come out? I don't want to forget where I came from. The mascot for the football team where I'm from is Herbie Husker. So Herbie, I was like, Herbie, Herbie. Herby means warrior. Ooh, I feel like a warrior, like the amount of shit that I've been through and like my perspective and the people that I want to make music for and fight for made me feel like I need to call myself a warrior. So the first name that I had for this project was Herbie. The handle is not available. Fuck. So Nick was like, why don't you just put a word in front of it like, Qveen. Later, I found out I'm Russian, so I was like, okay, cool, Qveen. Oh, we could probably get by with some trademarks if we spell it with the V. So Qveen Herby it is. Broken Hearted was definitely our first big bop. She went top 15 in America. Acapella came out selling 50,000 singles a week. Top selling song on all of Sony. So then LA Reid calls us in and he's like, hey, they don't want to play female rap on the radio. It's over. We're done. It's like, what? At that moment, I was like, oh shit, the people have my back. Even if this industry never fucks with me, the people get it. I believe she went platinum eventually. We have some plaques here at the house. I don't know if I will ever be able to explain what we experienced going from YouTube to like being pop stars. I was really like, we just finished music school in Boston. We're all like into jazz and soul music, and I just happened to rap, and I haven't really like been out rapping. I think the hardest thing was actually like all of it. We got called in to meet with Kanye, Jermaine Dupri. The Game changed his Twitter handle to Karmin and was like, if you follow them, I'll follow you. I lost 20 pounds and had to quit all my jobs. So yeah, it was really fucking difficult, but magical, and I would never take it back. I learned so much. I feel like without this experience, I never would have been able to build my queendom. I love gritty questions. There's something I want you guys to know. It's completely political industry. So when I drop a song and it's amazing and it doesn't perform well, I don't ever take it personally. You talking about it and sharing it and living your life to it is all that we really care about. Chart positions and sales, especially over time, you know, Broken Hearted was like a bigger hit than acapella, but over time, acapella has been a more meaningful song, possibly. Pulse's album not have the same level of success as Broken Hearted on the chart. The politicalness was just like taking a huge nosedive, and that was right before we asked to be released. There were several times during Karmin, I feel like I turned to Nick and I was like, hey babe, do you want to just quit and like move to Denver and just be stoners and learn how to ski? There have been many times that we wanted to give up, but ultimately, just like I feel like with our relationship, our energy as people is very committed, very dedicated. So persistence is a great word, and we should all get it tattooed somewhere. Magically got released from our record contract, had to call LA Reid and basically beg him to let us out of our deal. He said, I'm not gonna like hold you hostage here if you're not happy. He really had our best interest because he had us locked in for 5 albums or something, and he could have kept us forever. Thank you for investing so much money in us. We'd like to leave. Like, that's a crazy request, right? Super grateful to him. We made our first independent album. This is like the first time Nick has ever produced a record. Got to tour with it, got to feel what that was like. Basically just like cut the cord and started Qveen Herby after that. But it's also incredible to me how many tools are out there for independent artists. If you have a little bit of talent and you're savvy, you could really take over the fucking world. The taste popped out. I love dropping music almost like fashion seasons. I would love like a spring, summer, fall, winter moment, because for me, the aesthetic is so important. Like, I love designing. I love choosing color stories. And that's why the cosmetics line has been so dope, because I literally could be like, and here's the eyeshadow palette for the EP. The fact that my husband produces all my music makes it very easy to create frequently high quality shit. What is my favorite EP and song? Oh, favorite EP and song? No. Don't ask me who my favorite children are. It's always gonna be my most recent one, because I do still feel like I am growing artistically every EP. EP8 is the best one, so yeah, I guess it's gonna have to be EP8, and the song is called Check. Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Amel LaRue, Rochelle Farrell, Brian McKnight, Brandy, Monica, 112, Lauryn Hill. Honestly, what else do you need? Like, what else do we need? Outkast. A shout out to Pinterest.com. It's a great app if you're a visually oriented person, creative person. We put mood boards together and we make that shit happen, whether that's through Amazon Prime, the dancer outfits, or like customizing it. I live in downtown LA, so I like to walk to the wholesale district and actually like pull fabrics and make shit. It would be Kelly Worsler, who is an interior designer, Marc Jacobs, Vivienne Westwood. I'm glad you asked that question because I am very involved in the visual and it's very important to me, and I recommend Pinterest. It's great. I think me and Doja Cat would make a mean, irreverent bop. I also love SZA. If I can make music that puts you on that vibration of like, I am worthy, I deserve this, I am talented and needed on this planet for a very specific purpose, and I am in line with that purpose, and these people start achieving great things, the world becomes a better place. I did my fucking part. I did my part.
I hope you guys enjoyed this interview, and I hope you enjoyed Qveen Herby's company on my channel and her insight and advice on the industry. I will be leaving all of her links down below. She just dropped a song called Check. She drops music consistently and has EPs discussing a wide range of topics. She has variety and she's very talented. I recommend you guys check her material out. Once again, check all the links out, and special thanks to you guys for making it possible for me to interview artists who have been in the industry and have had experience, because it's very informative and interesting and definitely something I would love to touch upon more. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow me on my socials. Thanks for watching.